So in the Bible, it talks about food and how much food to eat. In medicine, there is a toxicity to how much you drink, whether it's alcohol or water or diet drinks or sugar drinks or anything that you ingest that is liquid. So this is water with a little bit of salt for my electrolytes in a mason jar. And on the side of it, there are ounces, not portion sizes, not a cup, not a pint, not a quart, not a gallon. There are ounces. See that right there? It says ounces. Now, that is another mason jar, and it holds half of a cup. And here is something that everybody who drinks any kind of alcohol knows about, and that is, what is it? A shot glass. Now, I don't drink alcohol, but I know about this because I was once in a group with a nurse, and she said, my son went to a bar with his friends. He was an EMS trained technician, so emergency services technician. So what he did is he drank shots until he died. Now, if you go to Google and put in alcohol toxicity, you'll find out exactly how much alcohol people can drink without dying and how much they can drink and die. So here's the thing. If they drink and they don't count how many shots they're drinking, there's no way they can measure how much they drank, because each of these is a 2-ounce shot. This is a 2-ounce shot glass. All right? It has teaspoons, and it has tablespoons, and it has ounces, and it has milliliters. It has everything on this little thing. And I bought it before I knew about the Omer in the wilderness in Exodus. I bought this before I knew about Luke 9:23, after Jesus fed the multitude. I knew about this before I could barely read, because my mother was using mason jars and it had ounces on it. And my father drank, and we would make things with rum. And we would use these things to measure so that we could follow recipes. It's important to know how much to drink. I told a young man today, about drinking too much water and to find out how much water he was drinking. Because if he did, then he would find out how much would be too much so that he would live. Because you can eat too much. Just like I said, you can go to a fast food place and before you know it, you've eaten 3 pounds of food and it's on the menu. Before you even drink the drink, you eat 3 pounds of food. And why is that important? To know how much you drink. It's not in the Bible, don't drink too much. Believe it or not, Shakespeare died 4 years after the King James Version of the Bible was printed the very first time. So, Eat, Drink, and Be Merry was Shakespeare, not the Bible. If you talk to your pastor about how much to eat and drink, look up toxicity of alcohol and look up how much to drink for human beings. Doctors have never studied it, or they would be able to tell you that it's about 1 quart for every 30 pounds you weigh. That's what I heard from somebody who had a doctorate from Morehouse College, and it was honorary. They did not give an honorary doctorate to any of the people that I have books of that are medical professionals. Now, I started out as a VA chaplain. I don't have a science degree. Why am I telling you things that are simple science that you would probably learn in 2nd and 3rd grade about measuring food and measuring ounces. Remember, it's on the mason jar. Remember, my mother made things with mason jars. She canned things like tomatoes, okra, figs, peaches. She did everything and put it inside a mason jar. And it had the ounces on it. This is an Atlas mason, but you can get a ball mason. This actually came from Classico. Classico, what is it called? Spaghetti sauce. And no one, absolutely no one, is sponsoring this video. And I thought I would make it only because if you're going to know how much to eat, you probably ought to do some research about how much alcohol to drink, how much food like milk and pop and Gatorade and cranberry drink, juice, grape juice, apple juice, and how much water to drink. Because I drink my water in a mason jar, so I know how much I'm drinking. And it wouldn't hurt everybody to know how much they eat and they drink. Because remember, you control your body, you control what goes into your mouth. Nobody else does. They may want to. My father-in-law wanted me to not eat an appetizer. I broke out this scale and I said, well, my appetizer only weighs 5 ounces. And then he shut up and I could eat without him telling me not to eat anything. And it's important to be able to control what you put in your mouth and not have people control you. I do not want to control anybody in my life. I don't want to control any family, any friends, anybody. I just want them to know what is healthy for them and what they can eat and what they can drink. And they have to control themselves because that's their job, not mine. And if you don't try to control people, what will happen? They will control themselves and they will be better for it.